My parents want me to delay proposing to my girlfriend and they are both mad I said no to that. I am not oop. Oop is you. Throwaway account 661. Thank you to you, Direct Caterpillar 77, for suggesting this to BoRU. Originally posted to R2 Hot Takes. My parents want me to delay proposing to my girlfriend and they are both mad I said no to that. Trigger warnings. Emotional manipulation. Controlling behavior. Less than. And NBSP. Original post October 1st, 2023. I am going to propose to my girlfriend on Friday. I mentioned it to dad and stepmother because they invited me and her over for dinner Friday night. And I reminded them that it is our anniversary and said I was going to propose. Their reaction threw me off because they were both happy for me, but they also asked me to delay my proposal. They said it is because of one of my sisters. They said she is hopeful about getting engaged soon and I should wait until after that before I propose. My mom and stepfather also feel the same way. That sister is in a relationship. However, they have been together for 9.5 years. They have a son and a daughter. They own a condo and a business together. But they aren't married. My sister's partner says he is fine without being married and he feels he doesn't need a piece of paper for their relationship to be real. He's been clear he doesn't want marriage. My sister, on the other hand, really wants to be married and to have a wedding. I don't think I should have to wait. Firstly, I don't believe a proposal is imminent, like my dad and my mom said. Secondly, I don't think I should have to put my life on hold just for my sister's life, and I don't think her being upset about me getting married when she isn't is on me. My sister has more money than I do. She has a loving partner and beautiful, healthy kids. If she is upset about me getting engaged, she needs to look at herself. I told my dad and my mom I'm not putting anything on hold and I don't care if news of my engagement will upset my sister. They didn't take it well even if they reiterated how happy they are that I'm proposing. They want me to reconsider. I have bolded one part of my original post and I am also editing to add another sentence. Since him and my sister started living together, all three of his own siblings and my brother and other sister have gotten married. So me proposing won't make him want to propose too. Relevant comments from Oop. WeFergie 56. I'm just curious. Is the sister older than you? Are you the youngest? Op. Yes. She is the oldest. The birth order is her. My brother. Me and my other sister. My brother and other sister are both married. In 2017 and 2019. I heart Star Trek. Your stepfather doesn't give a rat's ass. This is all your mom doing crazy mom worrying. Propose and forget about it. Your sister will be happy for you. Op. This is all your mom doing crazy mom worrying. Number. My stepfather, as well as my dad and my stepmother, who found out first, all had the same reaction as my mom. All four of them reacted strongly. It was just my mom. Your sister will be happy for you. No, she won't be. And NBSP. Update, October 8th, 2023. I proposed to my girlfriend on Friday and she said yes. We decided we don't want a big, expensive wedding. I've asked her if she's sure because if she wants her family there we can have a wedding and all. Just make sure anyone from my family who causes problems stays away. She says no one in her family will mind. We decided to go on a cruise on the Rhine River. It goes from the Netherlands to Switzerland. We are going at the end of November and will get married sometime during the cruise. Most likely on November 23rd. As I knew would happen. My sister is upset. My dad, stepmother, mom and stepfather are upset. I did not listen even though they also say they are happy for me. I am ignoring my sister's behavior and just focusing on enjoying this time in my life. I would also like to address some things. My sister's boyfriend has always been clear that he doesn't want marriage. My sister has known from the beginning. Since the two of them moved in together 7 years ago, my brother and my other sister have gotten married, and so have all three of his siblings. Me getting engaged would not make him want to propose too. My parents asked both my brother and my other sister to delay getting engaged when it was their time as well. My sister isn't the favorite like that, so I don't understand my parents. Also, even if he was about to propose to my sister, I don't see why it means I couldn't also propose to my girlfriend. I proposed to her privately, so I don't understand why my sister's boyfriend proposing would matter at all to my plans. And NBSP. Reminder: this is a repost. I am not oop. My sister's boyfriend has always been clear that he doesn't want marriage. My sister has known from the beginning. My parents asked both my brother and my other sister to delay getting engaged when it was their time as well. The boyfriend won't ever propose. So were OOP's parents planning to just put the kibosh on everyone's engagements? What was the endgame here? I'm so confused by people like the sister and her partner. 1. Why assume someone is going to want to be married when they say they are never married? And 2. If you co-own property and have kids, would it not legally be better to have that piece of paper? I can't get why only one marriage at a time is allowed. The more, the marriager. This reminds me of the complexity of social order in Pride and Prejudice. How dare the younger kids be allowed to be courted when the older ones were not yet married off? The scandal. The more things change. Huh? When people tell you who they are, believe them. The sister's boyfriend clearly stated he doesn't want to get married. And yet, she started a whole life with him, likely in hopes that he'd change his mind. Which is foolish. Regardless of whatever his reasoning is for not wanting to be married. They both have a great life a lot of married people wish they had. So, Oop's sister needs to accept that her dream wedding won't exist in order to properly appreciate the relationship she has. Or leave him to find someone to marry if it's that important to her. The parents can't keep doing damage control at the expense of everyone else. This is so stupid. Families really get mad about this kind of stuff? I feel for the sister. But if marriage is so important to her, then she shouldn't have bought a home and had kids with someone who doesn't want the same thing. It is unreasonable to expect others to put their lives on hold for her. Sis has a problem with still hoping for a ring if the guy told her almost a decade ago he wasn't into marriage. She had kids with him, lives with him. If he wanted to propose, he would have. But he has actually stated he doesn't want that. She chose to stay with that man and build a family with him. If she's unhappy with her life, that's on her to fix or address. You can't have other people putting their life on hold to match her unmarried status. I'm curious about the boyfriend's reasoning here. I can definitely agree with the idea that you don't need an official ceremony to be married. It's about the commitment to someone and the life you build with them. But if that's the case, then it doesn't really matter either way whether you're officially married or not. So if his girlfriend wants it, why not just do it? Doesn't seem like it's a cost issue given the description of the sister and boyfriend in the post. I suspect the parents and stepparents were trying to pressure him because he was the last sibling to get married, which would mean she'd be the outlier as the only unmarried child. Even though most people would likely assumed she and her partner were married, as they pretty much are in every way that matters in the modern Western world. I will disagree with most commenters and say that, although yes, it's a bit silly of sisters BF not want to get married since they're practically already living the life of a married couple in every way but in paper. I also think no one should be forced into marriage if they don't want to. I think the sister is sticking around hoping her BF will eventually change his mind. But frankly, that may never happen, and if she absolutely wants to be married, then this couple needs to have a very serious conversation. It's unfair and downright cruel to think your siblings should delay their lives and their own marriages until you get to have your own. And the parents are in the wrong too for enabling this behavior. Marriage certificates are more than just a piece of paper. Like if there's a medical emergency, you want that paper. I don't know if OOP is American, but in some cultures, Ghana, Nigeria, the eldest sister has to marry before the others follow. It's an outdated custom that only a few follow to this day. Every wedding before OOPs is another disappointment for the sister. The parents knew they were going to have to hear the tears and complaining for months to come. Because it has happened twice before, so they thought they could try again to keep the last offspring single. They have been giving Solace for years. They should suck it up one last time. Wow. Had this request made of my now husband. Don't propose to her before I propose to my GF of 7 years who I've lived with. If really gets a ring before her, she'll break up with me. My dumbass agreed. Not for his sake but for hers. Years later, I think what I did with Sacrifice and Love was really just an inappropriate request on behalf of a bratty and entitled GF. So no one gets married until sister gets married, and sister isn't getting married because boyfriend isn't getting married. He'll know. I imagine OOP's unmarried sister is really unhappy that all her husband's siblings are married, and now her last unmarried sibling will also be married soon. Yet there she sits unmarried, knowing that while her so seems to love her and is in a committed relationship, he doesn't want to marry her. He may never marry her if he's happy with things the way they are. Were all her siblings supposed to wait forever, or maybe never get married for her sake? I heart Star Trek. Your stepfather doesn't give a rat's ass. This is all your mom doing crazy mom worrying. Propose and forget about it. Your sister will be happy for you. This is just some amazing. I come from a healthy and functional family, and am literally unable to grasp that this is not a universal condition, energy. This is the kind of energy that leads to the, oh, my partner is estranged from their family? Well, I definitely have to invite them to our wedding. Because the only explanation is that this is all a misunderstanding that can be hugged out by reasonable people. Scenarios. I find myself constantly surprised by the number of people who so lack a theory of mind that they can't grasp the concept of families existing who aren't like theirs. I would have thought they'd have made it a big deal to make sure big sis and boyfriend were there, or included in some way when brothers proposed, sister got proposed to, or had big parts in the wedding. 'Cause what happens when no one proposes, gets proposed to? In other sisters' case, assuming these are traditional proposals, and he points out to her that none of her siblings are married and they're fine with it, they'd just start insisting everyone needs to hurry up and get engaged so she will. What is wrong with just believing dude doesn't want to be married? He's had almost 10 years to think about it. I'm not an expert, but something tells me he's serious. OOP should remind anyone who hassles him about this that comparison is the thief of joy. Good grief.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.